We're back with more bleach. We're back. It's been a little bit on the channel since we did some bleach content. When I mean a little bit, I think it's been like a week or something like that. Wait, no, I'm lying. I'm super lying. I think it was like 2 weeks.
You know damn well it was 2 weeks.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My goodness gracious, we're back again, and I'm super conflicted on the last 2 episodes. No, this episode that I had watched, which was episode 23, and we'll get into 24 a little later in the video. But 23, and the reason I'm conflicted, not because it was bad, don't get it twisted, that show's peak. But the thing is, it's like, I'm so happy but sad and mad all at the same fucking time, bro. Because this fraudulent behavior ass motherfucker wants to be badass and wants to like kill and be the best ever when it comes to these 2 poor defenseless lieutenants, but not when he's alive, bro. I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like J. Jonah Jameson right now to Spider-Man. Like, it's just unrivaled, unfathomable hatred now I have for this guy. And it's like, fuck, man. It's like, I felt so happy and glad for this character. Now it's just like, he's dead. Like, he's just gone. At least that's what it looks like. It looks like he's not gonna ever come back. As well as, sadly to say, the Wizards, and they're fucking gone too, which is pretty sad to say. And his lieutenant, his number 2, which I was super surprised that she died too. Like, they're all fucking dead. They're all dead, and they don't come back at all. At least that's what it looks like. I have no idea. Maybe they do, but it doesn't look like they come back at all, and they're all fucking zombies. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not like it's not understandable, right? Because like, people have to die, especially in the war, especially the last final arc of Bleach. You can't like have nobody die, and everyone's like basically good, and it's like maybe 1 or 2 people die with the cases. A few people do have to die, but it's like, fuck, man. Like I said before, I just feel super sad with the Wizards. And that's one of the things I was confused about before in the last, I guess, few episodes that we've done and slash watched when it comes to Bleach. Is like, I wasn't sure if those 2 Wizards were dead, right? The reason why I say that is because remember when they were both in critical condition and then Remy just said, oh, they were dead, right?
I already killed them.
Okay, so it was either 1 or 2 ways. It was like, 1, they're just dead, and it's like, oh wow, they're dead. But there's a second way where I thought of it, right, is like they weren't dead, because I remember when Remy's imagination sometimes works and then sometimes doesn't. Like when he dies, like for example with the meteor, he said even if I did die, it's not gonna go away, right? But then there was another time where Kenpachi's lieutenant had all her bones turned into cookies, right? But I thought it just went away, and then she was like fine. Okay, so like, I know she can't move per se, but I thought she would like, her bones just go back to normal, or he lost focus and that eventually happened. But I guess maybe I was confused, but I was just really saddened to, I guess, see that. But getting back on track to talk about this episode, bro, the walking W, that is Mayuri, man. He's up there, man. He's up there for a multitude of reasons. His ratio, his KD ratio is pretty up there. His win-loss ratio is pretty much up there. He's just a savage in every sense of the word when it comes to Mayuri. And he did the run back he did with, you know what, I can't say this guy's name because I'm just not even gonna attempt. You know how bad I am with names in this series, so we're just gonna do this, right?
Zayalaporo Grants.
It seems like he did like a whole run back of that a little bit, where he did it with the drugs and stuff like that. He did it to Hetsugaya as well, and I was like, holy shit. I was extremely surprised that he had so many like great abilities and great things to like basically out him, like having his sword go 90 degrees and he's able to actually keep up with his in sword play, as well as also having this disease to put on Hetsugaya. And now Hetsugaya, after 10 times of like going in and out of reality, just like he gets paralyzed, and he's saying like once that happens in battle, like that's a vital point, like you're just fucking done, you're dead, right? And before I get back to him, I want to quickly talk about Jizzle, right? I like, especially in this anime, right, that like they show how good and insane Jizzle, technically speaking, can be, especially in a war type situation, right? Because I feel like if it was any other anime or manga, like they would just like sideline it, or it wouldn't be as important because it'd be like too insanely broken to be done, especially in a war setting and when people are dying. And how crazy it is to have even more zombies on top of that, especially high level, high powerful zombies that she had at her disposal. And I don't even know when she did those things, when she got those zombies after they died, but I was like, I was just in shock. I was like, she has that on her hands, and I was surprised too that the spotters just easily just like sort of took them over, even though I know why, because if they get cut over the cases, all their blood sort of fucks them over, and then that's now his zombies. But quickly going back to Mayuri, what I want to talk about with him is like, you know what Mayuri reminds me of? He reminds me of what the old Gotei 13 used to be and how they used to act. especially from when how Yuaba talks about how like savage and like sort of disgusting and crazy like they were as like people and how they were as the old Gote 13, right? There's the only reason I say that is because the way Mayuri like sort of acts and like he sort of almost feels like he embodies what Yuaba is saying of like how they used to be.
Guard squads you founded were court guards in name only. They were lawless savages.
And how like bad they technically speaking are, like they're literally on that edge of being a villain, or they basically are a villain at that point, right? And it's insane to almost say that Byakuya Kuchi actually checks him. He's like, yo, why did you do that? Yo, you should just like let them sit there, let them rest in peace and die. And Mayuri gives him the response of like, they're supposed to even serve us in death. When did you think that would be like the best, I guess, option? And usually I wouldn't really go with someone like that or agree with them, but like he's right. Like they're in a war situation and there's so many people that are dying out there, so many soul reapers and all that other stuff. We need as many allies as humanly possible. Even if they're fucking dead, let's bring them back and use them for the specific situation. Like the social society could be like crushed at any fucking moment right now. And I was shocked Byakuya even has said that, because nowadays Byakuya wants to act like he has a heart and shit like that. I remember before in the society arc, his ass was like, you know what, fuck my stepsis, that's basically my sister, you know what, let her die anyway. Now this guy has an actual whole heart. So much character development from Byakuya. I think especially I felt like it really happened when he was about to die or pass away in this specific arc, where he, like, I guess he felt like he had more of a heart than he did before, if that makes sense. Some of the last few things I want to say about this episode, so I can quickly get to the next one. But the crazy thing of like Byakuya Kuchiki just like straight up taking Ichigo's leftovers and just throwing them out the fucking window. Took Jim Gordon the fuck out of there. Took this fake fraud, no teeth having motherfucker the fuck out of here. And took the baddie the hell out of here. I thought that was fucking wild. There were always nothing to him. I don't know what he did for training, but he went crazy. And the only thing I will say is I do like Pepe, like his abilities and stuff like that, because it seemed like when the other lieutenant was about to fight like Byakuya, he didn't even really realize what he was just doing. He was just like actually just acting out of like almost borderline nature. And I definitely really liked his abilities of like his love ability, and then him also attempting to betray his other fucking Quincies, which is a little bit wild, but his ass thought he was gonna be getting away with it and everything like that, and then his ass just get chomped down like it's nothing because fucking all the other zombies just straight up jumped the shit out of him and beat the goofy out of him. Now the next episode I think is actually fucking insane. What happens is like showing the complete bombshell that's like casually dropped, that fucking Yuaba's father is actually the Soul King, and also Minako's ability to seal things and also his ability to create things. We already realized that from the last few episodes before, but him just sealing away Yuaba's eyes, which was like, yeah, you're done. Like, he just walks away. That shit was crazy in the beginning. I was like, this is some hype shit right here. He had the almost Byakugan going, and it's like, nope, you're done. Then we finally have Yuaba getting to the castle, and then we see Senomaru, I believe her name is, Senomaru versus this guy that can just warp shit around, and seeing how both of them are just completely overpowered, and how that fight basically goes off and he just sort of warps around people and stuff like that. But she's obviously like a higher tier Soul Reaper, so just easily disposes of the guy. And then we finally get to see the Royal Guards, and I'm like, okay, they look insanely fucking cool right here. And I'm very thankful that the Squad Zero isn't some pushovers, because I thought that was about to happen when Senro supposedly like died and got like crushed into like a ball of the cases. It was gonna be like, it was gonna look like it was gonna be pretty cool and hard, where he like shot all the fucking places down in like a quick ass succession, like he's like bah, 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 bah. Should suits all down the all the locations, but it all seems to be like a fake, and they're all in this so-called womb. And I'm like, this is fucking cool. This is like Squad Zero. This is what I wanted to see. Like, I know, I understand that they're all fucking goofballs, but I know for a fact they had to be demons. They had to be monsters. But then we have the main man. I am #1 Zanpakuto creator. Bro, I love this guy. I do actually like him. He's a bit of a silly goofball, but he easily disposal of all of these royal fucking guards. You have the first one that looks like a Thor type of look-like guy. Then we got fake Aizen. Then we have Black Sniper. I don't know what to call him. I still don't know what to give him a name for. We have Black Sniper. Then finally we got Final Fantasy boss guy, little man right there. But after all, they get like fucking thrown and like shitted on and put down the pieces, Yuaba just like throws a coin and dips the fuck out of the womb. He just like skedaddles out the fuck out of there, and he goes straight up to like the front of the castle where he meets Ichibei. He's like, Ichibei's like, yeah, if you don't go back down, I'll have to steal your voice. And I was like, oh, I was like, holy shit was about to happen now. I really am enjoying specifically where we're at now in Bleach, because now we've already had like a whole bunch of fights and a whole bunch of like explanations and stuff like that. But now it feels like we're in a little bit of a more decompressed state where we're having a little bit more explanation happening, and we're sort of realizing what's going on and what is like the plan of what's uncovering, as well as a lot of lore pieces that's happening. And it's just a really fucking good time, like I always say whenever I'm watching Bleach, especially this last final arc. Well, supposedly final, unless we get like a hell arc, is what I've been hearing. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys as always. Goodbye.